Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. Oh, friends, it is the end of 2024, and I want to talk to you about some of the amazing music that came out this year, at least in my opinion. And of course, for this, well, you can see already what I've got. But I've got to have my Straber shirt on from their new album, which we're going to be talking about, When We Were Kings. I've got my Deep Purple hat on. We're going to be talking about their new album, Equals One. And of course, I've got my gorgeous little Deep Purple pipe. Ooh, ah. It's an all rock and roll episode here to end 2024, folks. So as always, let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. If you're a fan of the channel, you know what a crazy go nuts fan I am for all kinds of music. And 2024 saw some fabulous releases. And I want to do a little recap. And I'm not doing a full review of anything. One of these albums I'm going to talk about I already did a full review on. And we'll link to that, and you can go back and look at that if you like. So some of this I have on digital downloads. Some of it I have on actual CD. Some of it vinyl. So I've got several different things here. Let's start early in the year, and I'm going to bring up pictures here for you guys so you can see the albums. But in terms of my taste, and I think that is similar to some of your tastes, early this year, the Christian hard rock metal band White Cross came out with their first new album in decades. Got a new lead singer, Dave Robertson. Legendary guitarist Rex Carroll is still with them. So this band's been around for a long, long time, but had not released an album in many, many years. And they released Fear No Evil. Now I'm looking at this one on my phone because this one I've got only on digital download. If you like the voice of David Coverdale from Deep Purple and Whitesnake, you would love the new incarnation of White Cross. The new fellow Dave Robertson has a very David Coverdale-esque sort of voice. I've heard him in concert. I've interviewed him for my former podcast that I did with my friend Pastor Wildman, the Wildman and Steve show. Oh my goodness. Their album is called Fear No Evil. Opening track, The Way We Rock. This is the way we rock. It's one of those immediate anthem kind of songs. You think about Twisted Sister. I want to rock, rock. Dun, 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 dun. Very, very much in that vein. So, my goodness. Lion of Judah is incredible. Man in the Mirror. Saints of Hollywood. 29,000. What is that about? You'd have to listen to, well, I'll tell you, it has to do with the number of days in our lives. Oh my goodness, these are phenomenal songs, a couple of great power ballads on there. So if you like kind of classic 80s style hard rock and metal, and you want something with a Christian spin to it, go out and check White Cross, their 2024 release, Fear No Evil. Coming up next, let's talk about this next. So this next one, I had on a digital download, but then I also had to get it on album. Almost looks like the Beatles, the White Album. Well, it's Deep Purple Equals One. It is their latest beautiful gatefold album here. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, ah. And double album. And we'll just pull one of the albums out for you. We got credits here. Upside down. Got credits here. The original drummer, Ian Pace. Don Airy on keyboards, now that John Lord has passed away. Roger Glover on bass. New guitarist, Simon McBride. And as far as I'm concerned, the best to fill the shoes of the legendary Ritchie Blackmore. Steve Morse was great, but this guy has the sound of classic Deep Purple. And Ian Gillan from the classic Mark II lineup, the classic lineup that did Stairway, please. Smoke on the Water. He is with them. And purple vinyl. All right, purple vinyl. I just had to get this. I absolutely love the purple vinyl. Sounds good when I'm listening to it in my son's room. He's the one with the stereo now. I don't have a stereo anymore. But he's the one with the stereo, and we'll sometimes sit and listen to records together. Now, I have to tell you that the Deep Purple album here, I'll put that away later, there are some lyrics that are less than savory. Okay, this is a rock and roll band. It's not a Christian band by any stretch. So I cannot recommend all of the lyrical content. But musically, my friends, unbelievable. Opens up with a real corker show me, really great. A bit on the side, which has a lyric that I really don't care for, but boy, it's a great, great song. Sharpshooter, Portable Door. One of my all-time favorites, new favorite for me. And I love the line in there. He says, "My eyes glaze whatever you say. I'm listening. Do tell me more." It goes under the bridge, right over my head, and out through the portable door. Find that so funny. Old thing. Oh, beautiful ballad, If I Were You. An exquisite ballad. The next to the last song, I'll Catch You. It's a ballad, I just could play that over and over and over and over again. Pictures of You, Lazy Sod. Now that's a fun one. That's all right, because I'm a lazy sod and I'm hot. So hot. That's all right, I'm a lazy sod, and you can like it or not. Probably not. Really good. And then a epic track, over 5-minute track to close out, called Bleeding Obvious. Really has some Beatles-esque feel to it. If you like the classic 70s hard rock sound of Deep Purple, highly, highly, highly recommend Deep Purple's new album, Equals One. But, again, you gotta watch out. There's some lyrical content there that I do not fully endorse. Going on from there, let's see, what do I want to talk about next? I got some stuff on my list here. We got kids playing in the neighborhood, so you might hear that a little bit. I want to talk briefly about Straber's new album. Man, you can hear they're getting loud. So here's Straber's latest album. I did a full review of this called When We Were Kings. So there you go. Kind of see that there. I got it on digital download, got it on CD, and I got it on vinyl. And you say, well, I get so many ways. Folks, I really do like supporting bands. I like supporting their efforts and their work. But I also got this album because of the gorgeous, what they're calling Tiffany Blue. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, ah. Absolutely gorgeous. If you like the hair metal sound of the 80s, your Bon Jovi, White Lion, Poison, bands like that, then that's what Straber is all about. I'm getting in trouble with my stuff here. They're Christian lyrics. Remember their big hits in the 80s, To Hell with the Devil, Soldiers Under Command, stuff like that. Absolutely great. End of Days, Trinity. Man, that's a rocker. Just a solid one. Literally about the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the Trinity. I want to tell you something that rocks hard. Unforgivable, Imperfect World. My favorite one on here, this title track, When We Were Kings. And it kind of harkens back to the days of the 80s, back when this kind of music was the king of the radio. And such good stuff. Highly, highly recommend that one. Kind of moving a little quickly here, because ultimately I want you to go out and check out this music. David Coverdale re-released here toward the end of the year his 3 solo albums. After leaving Deep Purple, he in 76, he released 2 solo albums, one called White Snake, 2 words, that was the forerunner to the band, and the next one called North Winds. And then around 2000, he released another one called Into the Light. Well, he reissued those on a massive box set. That I didn't feel the need to have in the physical form, but I'm going over here to my Spotify list, and the thing about this, what I really like, he did remixes, remasters, stuff like that. Some stuff with more strings, some stuff with more piano in it. A lot of these are really great 70s era ballads, which for my money is where David Coverdale's voice really, really shines. But what I like the best about some of the stuff that he re-releases is he digs up demos and rare stuff from back in the day. And man, some of this stuff is just gorgeous, and you wish it had been released on an album back in the day. He's got All the Time in the World, not the Louis Armstrong, but As Long as I Have You is gorgeous. He's got a whole bunch here. I think 20-some songs that were not released really back in the time. A couple of that are odd. Sweet Mistreater and Shame the Devil. I'd heard those before on an earlier re-release of his solo albums, and certainly Sweet Mistreater and Shame the Devil have a very late 70s, early 80s kind of funky disco sort of vibe to them. Not what you're used to from David Coverdale. And then, he has a string of demo ballads. Love Me in the Morning, I Will Love You, Moment in Time, It Would Be Nice, There Was a Time, Why, and I Still Love You. I got to tell you, gentlemen, I'm talking to you. If you want a song to sing to your sweetie, pop over to Spotify or whatever source you like. Check out those songs. Again, we'll list them here in the description to this video. Man, check those out, and I think those are just gorgeous to sing to your wife or your girlfriend or play for her. Just fabulous stuff. And then there's one song I want to mention. There's a band called Van Zandt, featuring, let's see here. Let me actually pull up the information on Van Zandt real quick. And you've got, Johnny Van Zandt and Donnie Van Zandt. So Johnny Van Zandt's from Leonard Skinner, Donnie Van Zandt from 38 Special. And I got to tell you, they released an album which I wanted to like more, and I just, it's okay. It's kind of country gospel. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, because there's one single that they'd released earlier, which was hard driving Southern rock, and I was like, oh man, this album's going to be great. It's not. Well, I won't say it's not great. I just say the album is not hard driving Southern rock, like you again might think from 38 Special and Leonard Skinner. But the one song that is hard driving Southern rock is called Jesus Christ. Fans, folks, if you're a fan of that kind of music, if you love Jesus, then this is a song that's another one of these anthems, and it is great. It is just got a nasty groove to it. It is just good stuff. So, those are my top picks for the music of 2024. What about you? Have any favorite albums or songs that came out this year? We're not talking about 1974 now. We're talking about 2024. Anything that you particularly enjoyed from any particular any genre? Or you ended up buying it or just listening to it? Doesn't matter. I'm always interested in hearing new music. Would love to hear the things that you recommend. So, as Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I say in Latin, Parva ago, ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.